There is a very, very big decision coming up for Manchester United in what to do with Jadon Sancho. Are Manchester United going to sell? Now, Ten Hag has come out and said what we already know. There are multiple bidders in for Jadon Sancho now. Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, to name a couple. Obviously, we know about PSG there now. They have now been instated as the favourites to sign Jadon Sancho. Manchester United also solidifying their other midfield targets because Agate has gone a little bit cold. Not much been said over the last couple of days. Waiting for an update on that, but talks held with Zubimendi. 50 million buyout clause for him. He had mentioned that he wants to stay at Real Sociedad, but we're going to get into details of what's gone on there. TalkSport reporting on that one as well. Obi Martin could be done as soon as today, and the Athletic have been talking. Manchester United still want Ivan Toney. Let's get into everything that's gone on. Hello everybody, welcome to Forever United TV, the 50,000 subscriber channel. It has hit, it has landed this morning. Thank you so much everybody. It has been an absolute immense journey along with you guys, and I just want to thank you all again for getting us to this mark, 50,000 strong. We've not only gone past it, we smashed past it this morning, and we're already looking ahead to the 100k. Well, not quite yet, but we are going to get there. We are going to get there. But I just want to say again a massive thank you to you all. And to celebrate, I think we can get 1,000 likes on this video. We hit 50k subscribers. I think it deserves a celebration. And it deserves... Oh, I'm gone. Hello. Adam's gone. I've got a little bit of a camera problem, it would seem, right now. And I'm back again. Sorry, guys. I think my camera's overheated. I will sort that out. To celebrate 50k, the camera's gone to pot. Oh no, it's gone again. I'm having issues now. What is going on? I am not liking this. Please work. Please work. Right, let's get things moving. I'm going to have to just try a couple of things here. Hopefully this doesn't carry on through the whole stream. I've got loads to talk about and loads of things I want to get through with you guys and get your opinions on. So yes, let's get through it as quickly as we can so this thing doesn't absolutely scupper me completely. Please subscribe as well. Let's get more and get building up to the next mark. God no, like what a way to start the 50,000 show with a dodgy camera. Yes, love it. You can never predict anything on YouTube, and you guys know this channel has had all sorts going on, so yeah, hopefully the technology doesn't let me down today on this one. But hey, let's get into what's happening with Manchester United. So right, where are we at? Manchester United obviously have a big decision to make regarding Jadon Sancho, and it has to be quick. Obviously, you've got teams moving around now, making moves in the transfer market. PSG are moving fast. They're getting their targets in line. We know about João Neves. Enrique does want Jadon Sancho. I said it the other day. In terms of Jadon Sancho, Manchester United have basically got Jadon Sancho out on loan last season. He's impressed in them semi-finals and all the way through them knockout stages of the European Champions League. And Enrique, who was the manager of PSG, who got knocked out by Borussia Dortmund in the semi-final, was definitely impressed. He played a massive part in taking Dortmund into the final against Madrid, and that's what's triggered it. Agate, not wanted by PSG, as we know. Sancho definitely wanted by Enrique. He wants to add to his squad and take it to the next level. If they think Jadon Sancho is going to take him there, by all means, take him. But Manchester United have to actively want it to happen. We talked about what Scott McTominay's situation is with United, and Ten Hag coming out and saying he wants to keep him. If Ten Hag comes out and says that he wants to keep Jadon Sancho now, then there is no excuse for him next season. This is the perfect opportunity for Manchester United to rid themselves of the issue, which is Jadon Sancho. It's the perfect opportunity. You've got someone there that you want from one club, and Jadon Sancho is there, and they want him. So let's make this happen. But it has to be quick. Manchester United are eyeing up other midfield targets. This is simply, I think, because Manchester United will look at it and go, right, okay, if we cannot afford that price for Manuel Agate, then we're going to have to look elsewhere. Right now, as far as clauses, as far as what other clubs are asking for midfielders, in terms of real quality, Manchester United, oh no, it's gone again. I'm not liking it, guys. Sorry, I'm going to keep playing around with it. I have got an issue with the old camera today. It is not liking me at all. I'm sure you can still hear me as well, and the camera will come back on at times, hopefully. Oh God, help me. Why today of all days? Sorry about that, guys. We'll keep talking. And yeah, looking With Sancho now, Juventus need to move players on. It's been said that they need to move 2 wingers on to make money to buy Jadon Sancho. Manchester United are obviously not going to wait around for that themselves, so they want to move forward with what they need. Sancho wanted also by Borussia Dortmund. We know the situation they're in. They're spending money already. It's not going to happen. Manchester United have made it clear right now that loans and loan offers will not be accepted. That was reported by Sky. United will not accept any loan offers for Jadon Sancho. It has to be a permanent deal. As far as I can see, there is only one offer on the table where Jadon Sancho Manchester United, are able to let Jadon Sancho go, and that is the one at PSG. There's nothing else available for United right now, and looking at that, I think United have to push down on that. I can completely, I know what Sky are saying. There are other clubs involved, there are other bids involved. Yes, and yes. I don't have to look at the story, and it says there basically that PSG are interested in Jadon Sancho. There has been no formal approach yet, but they have explored conditions conditions of a deal. Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, and an unnamed Premier League club are also keen on the winger. There's no one in the Premier League that I think is going to take Jadon Sancho. No one else can afford him. No one else above Manchester United in the league is stupid enough to take him. Spurs. Maybe. I don't know. That may be the perfect situation for Jadon Sancho. But looking at it, it is more favourable for Jadon Sancho to move abroad. And obviously PSG are the ones now favourites. Top of the tree. Guys, get in the comments. We're opening it up today. The interactive show is our midday show. So make sure you're getting your comments in. Let me know what you guys are saying. Let's get into it. Liam says, I'd be open to loaning them Sancho on the same terms as Xavi with an obligation for both clubs to buy each player next summer. See, I would take Xavi Simons on loan and swap Jadon Sancho for Agate. We need to be a bit more clever, I think, Liam. United need to be getting as much as they possibly can out of this deal. And I feel like if we just go down the Xavi Simons road, we're missing out on another midfielder. There's an opportunity there to get the midfielder in we need, even if we don't get Xavi Simons. And I still think Manchester United are better off because we need central midfielder more than attacking forwards right now. We've got an abundance of forwards at the football club that can take us to that next level, I think, next season. Especially with Ahmad coming of age. Obviously, you've added Xerxes to that now as well. Rashford's got a point to prove. He has to turn up this season. Another season in for Rasmus Højlund. What's he improved with? And obviously you've got Garnacho as well. So I just look at it and go, let's not worry about Jadon Sancho leaving. And if we've got the opportunity to get someone else in central midfield instead of Jadon Sancho as like a swap, like we said, then that has to be the priority surely for Manchester United now. So that's where we're at with Jadon Sancho. Christopher says, I was bored the other night and watched a bit of the Pratt show. It was Friday night and he lost 50,000 to Love Island. It wouldn't happen on this channel. And then please don't play with it private time for that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Congratulations on the 50k. Thank you, Liam, as well. And everyone who is saying congratulations on the 50k. As you can see, we're already on the march past 50k. The subscriber count is bottom right, left-hand corner there. And we are on the march. Amazing effort from you guys this morning. I'd take Agate and left-back Nuno Mendes on loan to buy for Sancho. We need cover for Luke Shaw, not Simmons. To be honest, I look at it and go, get Agate. Sancho has to be used for Agate. It's as simple as that. Definitely get Jadon Sancho set up for Agate. That has to be priority for Manchester United. Nobody else. Forget about the fullbacks. Forget about anything else. It has to be central midfield. Now, Manchester United have also been talking with Zubimendi. That's a story that's come out from from TalkSport. In fact, saying that Manchester United have opened up talks with Zubimendi. Manchester United have been a long-standing interest in Adrien Rabiot, but nothing is currently advanced regarding a potential arrival. Martin Zubimendi on their shortlist of options, as is Sofiane Amrabat. That's from Dan Sheldon of The Athletic. So we can take that as a definite. United are very, very interested in Zubimendi, but it all comes down to what happens with PSG. So this is why I said at the top of the show, Manchester United need to get a move on and move very, very quickly with Jadon Sancho. And sorry, I'm going to keep playing around with the camera, guys. It is doing our head in today a little bit. So we have to move forward very quickly with Jadon Sancho so we know exactly where we are. Because if we are going to go in for Zubimendi, then we have to make sure that that bid is in quick. Make sure that we've got everything in place that we need to. And convince him, because he's already come out and said that Manchester United, not Manchester United, that he wants to stay at Real Sociedad. He is a one-club man. He's come through the youth academy at Real Sociedad, and he wants to be a Real Sociedad player next season. He's still got 3 years left on his contract, by the way, Zubimendi. So looking at that, you've got to say it is going to take some work for United to prize him away. They may need a little bit of time. With all of our eggs firmly in the PSG negotiation basket right now, Manchester United need to know how long they can pursue Agate and any Sancho moving on deal, and then move across to next targets. Next targets, obviously, Zubimendi. So Manchester United right now definitely need to be on the march. They need to be moving very, very quickly and getting deals over the line and making sure that positions that they want covering are covered, and targets that they have got in place, i.e. number one targets, are dealt with. If it's walking away or if it's putting in more bids, if it's confirming that you're buying a player, whatever it is, they need to make sure that they are they are done quickly now from this point. Because like we said, we fly out tomorrow for pre-season in America. Anton MUFC, welcome to the Members Club, gifted by the legend who is Tom Porter. Thank you, my man. Love that. And yeah, looking at it, honestly, right now, I'm still saying that it's Agate. Zubimendi talks keep on coming up, and people keep talking about Zubimendi and Manchester United's communications with him. So yeah, there is no real sort of concrete stuff with Zubimendi apart from United talking with him and making sure that he's there ready in case. That's what we have to say with Zubimendi. Nothing else. He's there just in case. As you can see at the bottom of your screen there, like in terms of PSG's admiration, it's all come from Luis Enrique, which is good for United, because when he wants a target, that is where you sort of go down the line of saying, right, okay, if Enrique wants Sancho, then PSG will move heaven and earth for him to get that player over the line. And luckily, he did turn up for Borussia Dortmund. So in all of the chaos, in all of the mayhem, which was Jadon Sancho last season, and people saying, look, Dortmund have taken us for a ride. We got, 8 million out of it for his loan fees and his bonuses. And it put him on the market again. And it has attracted attention, which could be an absolute bonus ball for Manchester United here in Enrique and PSG and the players that we want. We have stumbled across an absolute perfect scenario right now, and United need to make their mind up. Is this now, and I want to talk about this as well, guys, because is this now where this new structure starts to come to a head and you get disagreements within it? Because Ten Hag has said he wants to keep Scott McTominay. He's in. Nothing we can do with that. And also, now we're looking at this Jadon Sancho situation with Ten Hag making up with the player. If he says that he wants to keep Jadon Sancho, but United's board, directors and everything like that, we know who the structure is in Ashworth, Wilcox, Barada. They say that they want to move Jadon Sancho on right now because of them wages. Then are we going to get that first coming together of the so-called new perfect structure between Erik Ten Hag and the board and members at Manchester United? This is what we're getting to now, because it has to come from Ten Hag, this decision. It has to be from him. He's the one that's calling the shots. He's the one that has to be the yes, get rid of Ten Hag, get rid of Jadon Sancho. It has to come from the manager now. So with him saying that he's backed Sancho, everything is all right, that's put us in a situation where Sancho may now say, look, I'm not keen on going now. Whereas before, he was well and truly out of the door. He's now going to say, nah, I don't fancy it. So the proposal that's apparently gone through to Jadon Sancho, he's eyeing up and he's interested in. He's going to be playing with some great players. He's going to be back in the Champions League. You would think that Sancho would go for it. And I think everyone would be able to convince Ten Hag to let Jadon Sancho go. He's not going to get into the team anytime soon, straight away anyway. There's players in front of him that deserve to be in front of him, and I think Ten Hag would stand by that. And do we want another problem? It just goes to show, doesn't it? Like, the structure being in place, let's get Jadon in, let's get him back in training, and let's just completely quash any disagreement arguments or any fallout like that. Get it brushed under the carpet and dealt with. And now he's training again. He's playing in pre-season. He had a great end of season with Borussia Dortmund, as we all know. And he now looks like an appealing prospect for someone. And obviously, Enrique has seen it firsthand in terms of knocking his PSG side out of the Champions League and has jumped on the opportunity to bring Jadon Sancho in. So Manchester United and Ten Hag coming together. Look, if Ten Hag wants Agate and he loves Xavi Simons, then definitely go into the market. Then definitely get into PSG. I think this would persuade Erik Ten Hag anyway. I don't think we're going to have too many issues. Again, guys, sorry about the camera fault that we've got going on. We will get through the show fine with it. Matt Lambridge with the super chat says, who in their right mind sells Xavi and buys Sancho? They're loaning him. That's the difference, I would say. But like I just said, Enrique has seen something in Jadon Sancho that he thinks he can use in PSG. So, yeah, that side, that winger, in missing with Kylian Mbappe. They've got Jadon Sancho in there. They probably bring in João Neves. They are looking at, what's the name, Osimhen as well, aren't they, PSG? So, going to be interesting to see how they line up next season. But, I said, when a manager sees something in a player actually in person, then that's different. And that, for me, is why this is happening right now. It's because of Enrique. And I said it the other day, I said it's probably because, like, in watching Sancho and his performances against PSG, which were decent, they've seen an opportunity here. And they can kill, what, 3 birds with one deal, effectively. As in, like, yeah, loan out Simons, then we can sell him next year and make loads of money. Get Agate gone, because he is surplus to requirements, really. And we can get a player in that we really need in Jadon Sancho, according to Enrique anyway. Over 250 likes in, guys. Thank you so much. We are flying right now. Keep them likes coming in. I said I want 1,000 likes to celebrate 50k subscribers. We're almost at 50k and 100. It's amazing. We are flying. I love it, guys. Keep your comments coming in. Talk to me about anything you want to regarding Jadon Sancho, Zubimendi. Let's get these chats in. We'll go to a super chat. First super chat for Alien 8. Thank you so much, mate. Sorry that the camera went off on you there, mate, in celebrating that. We have, do you know what? I think YouTube's just hit me with a camera fault just for making 50k. A bit late on the stream, but congratulations on 50k subscribers. Great achievements. Have a beer on me, mates. Really appreciate that, Alien 8. Love contributions like that. People who have been with the channel for a while and obviously love the channel and feel like they can donate in and things like that. It goes a long way, guys. It does. We have some announcements coming up for the start of the season with different partnerships as well, guys, where you guys get to get something back as well. Do not forget, guys, on the community post on the channel, if you go onto the main page, slide across to community, there is a post there explaining how you can win one of the new Manchester United shirts this season. It's all there, guys. 50k giveaway, and it's all there on the community post explained. Basically, what we want you to do is put a comment in on any of today's videos, and whoever gets the most engagement, i.e. likes, responses to your comments, we'll add it all up. We'll look at the best one. They will be winning a new Manchester United shirt for this season, whether it's the red, the blue, or the new white one. You get to choose, courtesy of the kit man. And that is on FUTV as a big thank you to you guys. So make sure when the videos are done, not the live comments, make sure when the videos are done, you get your comment in on the show, on the actual video in the comment section below, and we'll see who gets the most interactions and wins the prize. That's what the giveaway is, guys. So make sure that you're all over it. Congrats on the milestone. Next stop, 100k silver play button. That's what we want next, guys. We're on the road now. Less than 50k to the 100k. Just the, 49,900 or something like that. But we can do it. We can do it, definitely. Okay. It tells you how I'm going to win the white third shirt. So like my content. You keep having typos on them, Stu there, mates. Hello from Norway. Been United fan since 1990. Tor, welcome to the show, my friend. Love it. Let's see what else we've got here. Wonderful show and coverage. Thank you, Babs. Hasn't Sancho already agreed personal terms with PSG? The agreement has been put, well, the offer has been put to him, and they are talking to Jadon Sancho. There is nothing confirmed. There is nothing definite on Jadon Sancho signing yet. He is intrigued, people have said, in most reports, intrigued by the offer from PSG and is excited by it. So that's where we're at the moment with it. It's a sad situation because technically Sancho fits the Ten Hag methods of play, probably more than Rashford. I kind of agree on that one, Scott. There is a lot that Sancho offers more than what Rashford does. I swapped Sancho for a camera. Your camera is more reliable. Damon, love it. Yeah, God knows what's happening with the camera today, guys. Must have overheated. I'll turn it off and rest it out for the evening show for a bit, and hopefully it's back to full strength later on. God, I hope so anyway. But yeah, we'll keep going with it for now. We're persevering, guys. I wanted to move on as well with more news coming out, and that's that. And it's come from The Athletic again. Actually, first of all, quickly on Obi Martin, the 16-year-old we've been covering. Apparently now we are very close to an agreement. Manchester United have offered him a lucrative scholarship contract with turning that into a professional contract. It's the best one on the table. He wants to stay in England. He doesn't want to go to Germany where the other offers were coming in from. So Obi Martin looks like he is going to be a Manchester United player. It's been written in the MEN that United are very close to finalising that. They wanted to get this done as quickly as possible. No surprise there. Everything with Ineos in this transfer window has been wanted to move very, very quickly. So yeah, we are moving forward with that one. That's all positive news from the Obi Martin situation right now. So yeah, happy with that, and happy with Manchester United looking at younger talent and trying to get there ahead of everybody else with the youngsters coming through. So maybe we will have a full Danish front line in Rasmus Højlund and Obi Martin one day, because yeah, he's a Danish international as well. We talked earlier this morning as well about Doué, the fullback from Rennes as well. Manchester United are moving. Well, they're moving pieces into place in the preparation for Aaron Wan-Bissaka definitely going. So yeah, looking at that, we are definitely getting rid of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We covered all that this morning. If you want to go back and watch that show and what's happening with that deal, good prospect there in that player. Cheap, 21, 1 year left on his contract. Manchester United buying back up there. I would say perfect signing for United in the situation we're in right now. I did explain a bit about PSR and financial fair play on that video as well, and how Manchester United are having to work around the obstacles in their way this window. There's a great piece in the MEN on that, and how Manchester United are having to operate this summer window. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag wants more forwards. He wants to move fast with this transfer window. Reporting The Athletic from Dan Sheldon. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag wants to continue adding to his squad as quickly as possible, according to a report in The Athletic. It is reported the United manager's preference is to get players through the door as quickly as possible to get them down to work with them. He does not want to encounter a scenario where United bring in multiple late arrivals. United have added 2 new faces and they're in their ranks so far this summer, landing Joshua Zirkzee and Lenny Yoro. On top of that, Manchester United, and what Dan Sheldon has also said, is that there is scope for Manchester United to add to their attacking department before the window closes. Ivan Toney and Dominic Calvert-Lewin have been discussed internally. Now, I added Toney to the title of this video. I didn't add Calvert-Lewin to the title of this video for obvious reasons. We just don't want him, do we? Like, we don't want another injury-prone player. But what it goes to show you again is that Manchester United have something in the pipeline, and there is some confidence within Manchester United that they can manage PSR and financial fair play and still get more players in. God knows how. Honestly, I don't know. If they pull it off, it's beyond the realms of my research and looking into Manchester United's finances. The figures that we're were made public, and how Manchester United have to fall in line with PSR, I don't know how they would bring another forward in, because Brentford are now apparently, contrasting to the reports that were out late last week regarding a price drop for Ivan Toney, they're now still hoping to get top dollar for Ivan Toney. If that is the case, we can forget him. But Ten Hag wants to bring the players in. So I feel like this window, in terms of what Ten Hag is saying and what's being reported, that Ten Hag is saying, Manchester United's window will be over quite soon. We will still sell players. I think Manchester United's incomings will all be done before the start of the season. Forget the end of the transfer window in terms of September 1st. I think them days of United transfers are well and truly gone. And it's good as well, because that's one thing I do agree with what Gary Neville says when it comes to the transfer window, and that is that any club that's desperately scrambling around for players on the last minute of a transfer window are just not organised enough. I totally agree with that. United of the old days always went out, got deals done early, got everything in place, players on pre-season, into training, integrating new faces in and everything like that. But right now, the last 10 years, I should say, have been nothing but. Mark with a super chat says, Calvert-Lewin would take our window into a what? A 0 out of 10? Is that? I can't see any numbers on there, mate. Is that a 0 out of 10? I'm guessing it is. But yeah, I kind of agree with that one. That would be a silly signing for me. Like, we don't want to buy an injury-prone player. He spends more time on the catwalk than he does walking out at Goodison Park, this guy, doesn't he? Team screams to the need for a DM, and people are talking about another striker. Just get a Gatti and then talk about anyone else. Look, I've said this. I'm just going off what people have said. I did a big piece this morning on financial fair play. I don't see how United afford any more forwards apart from Xavi Simons, who would be on loan. Simply because we're not paying any money out for him. That's the only reason we get that deal done. So, Xavi Simons, yes, I can see that deal happening because it's a loan. And camera goes down again, and we're back on again. So, yeah, Toney, as much as I like Toney, I like him, and he would take United into a different stratosphere, I feel, in terms of where we can and what we can achieve this season. I just don't see it happening. I don't see us having enough room financially to bring an Ivan Toney in, or someone of that sort of price tag. Calvert-Lewin, did they want 30 million for Calvert-Lewin? Are they off their heads right now, Everton? Nobody's going near that price. Nobody's going near Calvert-Lewin for that. So, yeah, let's forget about Calvert-Lewin and let's just move forward with what, like the comment says there, we really need. A midfielder, another couple of defenders, and then I think we're set. If we get any loan deals in, like Xavi Simons and things like that, then away we go. Good news for United. We are creeping up to 400 likes for the live, guys. We want 1,000 on this show. I think we can get to 500 while we're live at least. So celebrating 50k, guys. Let's get that 1,000 likes in the bag. Appreciate you all, you massive legends, FUTV army. Tony wants to come to United for bigger wages. He's on 20 grand a week. So Stephanie, he definitely is going to be on bigger wages. Oh, he'd be devastated if you're Ivan Toney right now, knocking the numbers out that he is and being stuck on that championship contract at Brentford. The age he is desperate for a move and one big contract before he retires, surely. Toney expected to sign a new contract at Brentford. You're correct, after pricing him out of the market. If he signs a new contract at Brentford, it'd be a big disappointment for him. I think he belongs playing in the Champions League. I honestly thought Arsenal or Chelsea would come in. Arsenal or Spurs would come in for him. Even Chelsea would go in for him. So, yeah. I just don't see United being able to financially secure the services of Ivan Toney. Is Jason Wilcox the man behind Obi Martin deal? No, it's all of United's structure. Like, obviously, Dan Ashworth is big on development. And if he sees this, and obviously as well, Wilcox working in that youth department for so long at City and being in charge of Manchester United's academy as well now, is that technical director, then yes, he will have a big say on it, Edwin, 100%. And that's why it's brilliant having all of these quality youngsters coming through. Ennis has just signed a new deal as well, Manchester United fullback. He has just signed a new pro contract as well. That's come out. Ten Hag wants Collier in the team next season as more cover for midfield as well. excellent news, and the whole development sector and the academy and people involved there now, it is on the next level. I mean, we've seen what Dan Ashworth said in that statement yesterday. He was literally just reeling in all of the fans yesterday with that, talking about everything, like the state-of-the-art Carrington that it's going to be. Obviously, Manchester United competing again going forward in the Champions League and the Premier League. I tell you what, I keep saying it and I keep mentioning it, and I'm going to keep mentioning it. Everything else is going really well. Results on the pitch are all that matters, though. And unfortunate for Eric, he is the one under the spotlight right now. He's been given everything that he wants and backed beyond belief. He needs to make this work this season. And big decisions like we talked about at the start of the show with Sancho. Like, oh, I think I've made up with him now and we're all right again. I want to keep Scott McTominay. He's Manchester lad. We can utilise that. Scott McTominay has got you, in his best season, to 8th in the league. Inconsistently. Like everyone else. I'm not just using Scott McTominay as an example here. Ten Hag has got some big decisions to make before this season starts. He cannot be clinging on to players that he thinks are okay. Like, you've got Ineos, Dan Ashworth, Barada talking out about being back in the Champions League and playing for the title and going for the Prem. You cannot be thinking and expecting players like Scott McTominay to take you there, or Jadon Sancho for the way he's performed in the United shirt. He needs to make some tough calls here, Ten Hag, and move in line with this project and this new structure at Manchester United. Otherwise, he's going to be the fall guy. Everyone else is secure. He's the only one that's being looked at right now under any sort of spotlight and scrutiny. He needs to make these calls. Look, these players, not saying McTominay. McTominay did not let him down last season. McTominay, I can understand why Ten Hag's keeping him, because I think he has got enough in him to be used as a squad utility player to get United back in the Champions League. I think he has got that. Sancho, he's given us nothing. Really, for 3 seasons, he's the most inconsistent player. And last season, for obvious reasons, as we know, offered us absolutely nothing because he was crap, then he was loaned out. And Manchester United now are in a position where we can get rid of him. Don't dwell. Don't overthink it. Just go for it and make it happen. That's what Manchester United need to do. That's what Ten Hag desperately needs to do. He just needs to forget about what might be and look about what has let him down. And Sancho has let him down big time. It's time to move forward. It is time to move forward. There are bigger issues in the squad than Scott McTominay. Graham, that's like I just said. Stop having your piece on it, you cabbage head. I know there are bigger issues than Scott McTominay, but Scott McTominay plays a big part because we can sell him and bring someone else in better. There's no one else. There's no one else in Manchester United that we could possibly move on right now in a position that Scott's in. But Ten Hag wants to keep him. I understand why Ten Hag wants to keep him, but you've also got to understand why Manchester United should be moving him on. Because them bigger issues at Manchester United are not Scott McTominay. That's right in what Graham's saying. But Scott McTominay can help resolve them issues in leaving Manchester United. And you know what I mean by that as well. Eric Ten Hag will be gone by Christmas, says Gehan. Don't think he's changed. McTominay will not take you to the next level. Eric Ten Hag is not in line with the rest of our progress. Sell McTominay and bring in better. Look, Scott McTominay can get United to the top 4 by being that player in midfield, utility player who comes on and does his part and does his role. He's got that in him. He definitely has got that in him. It's challenging for the title where Scott McTominay falls down. The next level is where Scott probably gets fizzled out. Absolutely fizzled out for me. I don't see him lasting past next season if he stays at Manchester United. I think United will move him on. There'll be a triggered 1-year extension, and we'll be in a similar situation as where Victor Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka are this summer, where they have to move him on because he's not going to get a new deal past that triggered 1 year extra. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Eric is being a good salesman. He's building his prospects from the better for a better sale. As in Scott, no, you won't get any more for Scott than what's already been offered, because next summer he'll be on 1 year left again, and that's a triggered 1 year, so everyone knows United need to move him on. He's a year older as well. If there was a time to sell Scott, it was probably last summer or this summer. I just don't see him going after what Ten Hag said. And he will do his usual part. he will do his usually part in coming on off the bench, being effective, and I think he is effective off the bench. I've said this all along. I just don't want Scott McTominay to be seen as Manchester United's main midfielder and starting games. He's not good enough to start games for me consistently through a Premier League season. There are better players that can be in the squad. Scott stays, he's a squad man. Simple as. I'm wondering if the club is saying they're keeping McTominay, saying McTominay stays just to get interest from other clubs, because there's no way a club like United should keep mediocre players like him. In terms of, like, yes, that is an angle that you could look at. United could be looking towards attracting interest by saying he's staying and not being bothered about selling him. If you're looking desperately to get rid of a player, then everyone's going to take advantage of that. United did the same thing with Sancho. They brought him back in, integrated him back in. He had a decent game against Rangers the other day. Everything looks happy. When a scenario looks happy and pleasant, it's not the right word, but you know what I mean, then I think it's more appealing to other people, to other clubs. Bloody cameraman, it is overheating. I can feel it. We're nearly there anyway. So, yeah, Sancho coming back into the squad, I think that helps United sell him. I do. Because it just makes it look like everything's all right again. And that's what United need to do. Scott McTominay is happy to be at United. If someone wants him, then someone's going to have to go in and convince Manchester United and Scott that it's worth leaving United. There is a project going on at United right now that I think a lot of United players who are thinking, I need to leave. I think the Reds have been turned by what's going on at the club. And they're looking at United in a different way right now. I said it all along, like when Sancho came back, like he would have gone and spoke not just to Ten Hag, he'd have gone and spoke to Wilcox, Ashworth, like what can we do? Can we sort this situation out? Because they know if you've got a problem child within your squad who's not playing in pre-season because he's been isolated from the squad, they can't sell him. Sancho playing games in pre-season definitely helps Dan Ashworth, Wilcox, Barada sell Jadon Sancho. That's what they know how to run a football club. They know the ins and outs of how it works in the transfer market and how you can get the best out of a player on the pitch and in the transfer market in terms of value. It's no surprise that we conceded so many chances last season when Casemiro became so bad. Look, Casemiro just looked a bit off it last season. There were times when he came back he was good. Injuries definitely hampered him. It doesn't look like Casemiro is going to be leaving Manchester United this summer. And we have to accept that. He's still a good player. And as long as you rotate and bring in another midfielder, then Casemiro, McTominay, one more midfielder, Collier coming through, Manchester United should have more than enough to handle what we need to do next season, which is get into that top four. 100%. Get top four, win the Europa League. It's not that difficult, is it? Isn't the other way around that Toney and his agent told Brentford they want United? Yes, they did. They wanted United, but he's still got a year left on his contract, and Brentford need to cash in. So if no one is coming in for him still, then what do Brentford do? They offer him a new deal. What does Toney do? Like, no one's showing interest for you, mate. So where does he go? He probably thinks that the club would actually drop the price for him, but if not, by all accounts. We'll see anyway. That one will go out. I think Toney will be a late sale for someone, but for United, no. We're almost at the 500 like marks live, guys, with the camera issues that we've been having and everything else. Celebrating 50k. You guys have done a top job today as well. I will have all the technical things worked out for later on, so don't worry, guys. But yeah, it's been a great effort from you guys again in the show. I've been loving your comments coming in. Casemiro will be here till the end of his contract. Another mistake by the idiots before. Gehan, you're right in what you said, the idiots before. Whether or not Man United will be able to move Casemiro on, if not this summer, next summer, is to be seen. Like, things change all the time, don't they? So, yes. Jerry Simmons is crap, apparently. Is he? Really? In the last few seasons that I've looked at and watched, I think he's been decent. He had an alright Euros as well at the age of 21. Ruud van Nistelrooy, you listen to him. You definitely listen to Ruud and what he said about him while he was at PSV as well. So, yeah, I look at it and go, no, he's not crap. I think he's a great player. And he's got potential to be a very, very not a great. Actually, he's a very good player. He's got potential to be a great player, I should have said. McTominay is no good for a side like a top 4. Needs to go. But he can get us to the top 4. And then we can sell him. And top 4 is worth more because of the Champions League witches than selling Scott McTominay right now for the price that's being brandished around. That's the point I made the other day. And I think that's something that we need to always take into consideration as well. Like, if the likes of Scott McTominay, Wan-Bissaka were to stay and we got into the Champions League with them contributing, is that not worth more to Manchester United than trying to sell them now and get players in that you're not sure about? That's all I said with that one. But yeah, that's where we're at. Guys, that pretty much finishes up our midday show roundup. I need you all to like the video to get to 500 likes. I need to turn my camera off because it is overheating drastically. That's why it keeps flickering on and off, guys. And yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Well over 100 of you have done it already today. Like 150 new subscribers already just today in half a day. It's been a mega effort from you guys. I love you all. And yeah, I just want to say again, massive thank you. 50k is up. On to the 100k mark. That's our next target, guys. Let's get to it. I love it. I will be back at 6:30 this evening with the normal evening show, guys, with all your Man United updates. As always, make sure that you are subscribed. Give the video a like. You won't miss anything to do with Manchester United breaking news through this whole transfer window. I've got you covered from 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 6:30 live 3 times a day while the window is on and open, to make sure that you are in the know everything from Manchester United. Anybody who has jumped across channels, who has found Forever United TV, you are more than welcome on this channel. It's all about community. It's about your guys' messages being read out as well as my opinion. And we don't have to agree on everything. We don't. That's what good football debate is all about, isn't it? But until this evening, guys, thank you so much. 50k up. We've got 500 likes on this video. Target made. We need 1,000 likes, so make sure that you get liking the video afterwards and get in the comments the 50k giveaway, the Man United shirt for this season. The first, second or third shirt could be one of you subscribers. You could be getting it courtesy of the kit man. Comment on this video or this morning's video, or in fact this evening's video. The one with the most interactions, i.e. likes and replies, wins the shirt. The winner will be revealed on the 12 o'clock show tomorrow, guys. So get on it, and I'll see you all later this evening, everyone. Have a good one. See you later.